Hi folks, I'm SilmarUK and welcome back to my Let's Play series on Shadowrun Returns. Last time we began our assault on a Mercy Mental Hospital, which has turned out to be a place, well, anything other than a normal mental hospital. People are being used for spare parts and all sorts of malfeasances going on there. And we are carrying on this time, fighting our way through the hospital to get to the good doctor who we believe to be a serial killer known as the Emerald Ripper. I'm SilmarUK. I am a live streamer on Twitch, a YouTuber and a blogger, and you can find out more about my content at silmaruk.net. You can also find me on Twitter as SilmarUK, Instagram as SilmarUK, and Facebook as SilmarUK. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, here we go, and let's continue. And if you do enjoy this video, by the way, please consider leaving a like on YouTube, leave a comment or question in the comment section if you have any, and consider subscribing to the channel. So here we are, our way through. We've got to go through this door, but we have spotted that. So Shannon, if you could give me an additional action point, I can go and see what that is. By all means come, you've proven yourself a truly fine settlement. I can think of 100 uses for one such as you. TriFid player holds a collection of personal diaries. Some of the video files are missing. Insert and playback video 1. Got some cutout. Okay, Dr. Holmes, our target. Got some cutout chips in last week. Tried them out on the patients with violent flashbacks, hoping it would at least mellow them out some. It was like night and day. Once the chip was installed, all of their psychotic brake triggers were blocked. Miss Yuskin has gone 4 days without attacking the staff or herself. Number 6. I was talking to the organ grinders downtown, and there was some kind of event happening at Mega Media. They had a puppet there from Maria Mercurial's label with a persona fix installed, making her an exact doppelganger. They were just using her to hawk some SimSense re-release of a Mercurial live show, but it gave me an idea. The cutouts, the body modifications, and my healthy supply of patients. I'm perfectly set up to be a Bunraku fixer. I can find a supplier for persona fix chips. I can sell full service Bunraku, even program the behavior trees. Okay. Found a buyer for the first Bunraku. A man in the Barrens offered me 20,000 new yen for the female Troll I've been modifying. He likes them big, he says. All that's left is to arrange delivery. He says he can put me in touch with some more buyers if I'll accommodate special orders. These morons' lives are already over anyway. The least they can do is lie in my pockets. Yowza. Okay, let's move everyone up. All sorts is going on here. And last through. The Emerald City Ripper. Before he was a medical lab turned torture chamber. The smell of old blood and decayed flesh permeates the room. Gory stains speak of the body fluids spilled without regard for well-being or hygiene. There are bodies, probably former patients, trapped in hideous machines enduring horrific experiments. The subjects you can see all appear dead. Any that aren't must wish they were. You've chased Holmes to his lair. Just as his face reveals an ugly soul, so does his safe haven, it would seem. Holmes, Silas, the Emerald City Ripper. The elf is a monster beyond compare. It's time to end this. Right, so we've got some extra XP, so now might be a good time to spend it. Drone has +2 hit points. So if I did that, yeah, that'll up my drones. That'll do. Okay. So I need to... First thing I need to do is to reload that gun. Everybody, reload your guns. You don't have a gun, do you? Right. I then need to activate my drone. May as well do that now. The drone can go through. Another intercom crackles at your elbow. One solid blow would offer a few moments of blessed silence, but there is also a rare chance to get a word in on the good doctor, who greets you with more of his chitter and laughter. You're persistent, but a fine specimen indeed. Why don't we settle this face-to-face, Ray? Few friends for a face such as mine, though I have one associate I would be happy to introduce you to. Fixtures, subdue them. Ooh. Right. We're going to need to blind pit, so we're going to need her in there to do that. Good. Ooh. Okay, missed. We have a mage or shaman. Right, lady. I want that thing blinded. Superb. I need an extraction point. Can we do something about this mage? Well, that was nice. Very nice. Mage is out of action. Right. Let's start splitting ourselves up. Good, we've got his attention. Okay. Dear Lord. Finally, but it took two of them to do it. Mage lady. Stand there, please. You on a ley line? Hit him hard. Missed. That's no good. Line of sight is blocked. Nice. The doctor. Right. Shannon. No. Decrease his action points. Superb. Nice. Mage is well worth the money. Yes! Let's move the drone up, give him something to worry about. He's a mage. Well, that's not good on my drone. Right. Don't like that. Actually, yeah. That's marking for everyone. I missed? Well, that's no good. Phosphorus grenade? No, haven't got the action points. Almost not worth it. Line of sight is blocked. Move out to there, maybe you get your line of sight. You have. Cool. Drone. Excellent. Shannon, your line of sight is blocked, but if you can get there, then you mess with his action points. Okay, your line of sight is blocked. That's not so good. Yes! Mow him down. Okay. Holmes drops to the ground, the light in his eyes fading fast, but something keeps the shriveled husk of his soul stuck to this mortal core for a few moments more. This is a place of broken things. I remake them. She asked me to remake her. He manages one more laugh, his glazed eyes rolling towards a workbench across the way. She was playing both of us. Ooh, +1 action point. Calm again. Don't need to. Then with a final bloody whimper, the Emerald City Ripper breathes his last. Investigate Holmes's motives. Right. Holmes' workbench falls somewhere between coroner's slab and medieval torture device. It's decorated in the many colours of death and littered with the instruments of that trade. To one side there is a leather-bound journal stuffed with uneven pages. To the other is a pox-sec, its small screen still glowing. Beneath the bench is a rolled sheaf of papers held close with tied length of surgical tubing. Investigate the workspace. The bench has clearly played host to numerous bodies over its lifetime. It includes limb restraints as well as skeletal traction mechanisms. At this table, Holmes likely dismembered bodies or quite possibly put them back together. Tackiness of the blood suggests it has been used relatively recently. Skim the journal. Leafing through the pages you find a few intelligible entries. Holmes may not have been a real doctor, but his handwriting certainly fits the stereotype. Stuffed in the last few pages is a copy of a disinterment order from a local cemetery with the grave's occupant marked as Melinda Watts, Sam's mother. Access to Pocket Secretary. Holmes is still logged in, granting you access to his currently loaded files. Prominent among them is a hospital report from a donor program. It lists the organs beside the names and vital statistics of the recipients. Your eyes catches Sam Watt's name beside the entry for liver. Also on the list are the Ripper's other known victims, along with several others who may have shared in the same fate. They were connected. Examine the rolled sheet of paper. Unfurling the large sheet of paper, you discover a diagram of the human female form rendered to an impressive level of detail. It appears to be the blueprint for making Holmes' very own monster. Yikes. Okay. That will just be the workbench. Yeah. Let's have a bit more of a look around. More bodies. We have to locate an exit. That would be here. Okay. His chip slot is still fresh, the open wound pink and wet and lurid. His voice drips innuendo, but his eyes say nobody's home. Well, hello there, did you come to play? No thanks, just want to know what's going on. To get him, I will tell you anything, says the female. I will do anything you want, I'll be your little playmate. By her name. She's assembled in a standard config, face of a schoolgirl, body of a stripper. You need some thick beer goggles to miss the work she's had done. Puppy stares blankly at you. Persona fixed chip wiper. And I wipe them. Erase Holmes's programming. That's probably a horrible thing to do to them, but I can't leave them like this. His eyes focus and his hand raises slowly to touch his head wound. The fingers come away wet and sticky. Panic twitches at the corner of his mouth as he surveys the room. First you, then the girl, then down to his own body, which is no longer his. Sweet Jesus, what did he do? What am I? He begins weeping, his body racked in great inconsolable heaving sobs. Apparently I don't have an option to do anything else. Can't I sort them out? I think the kindness there would have been to leave them alone. As you approach the exit, you realise that Shannon lingers quite a few steps behind. Looking back, you see that she's half turned, looking pensively towards the horror show of Holmes' lab. Finally feeling your eyes on her, she faces you and raises her head in a proud, almost defiant manner. We've done much good here tonight. We've removed 2 vile creatures from the world and so ended the growing shadow they cast upon the city. Our paths crossed and joined and we did this thing together, but now here our paths must divide. I'm not going to insist, but I'd say I could sure use your help with what's coming. And I'm sure I could use your help with what I must do next. A distant cry of pain echoes down from somewhere above and the young shaman pauses to listen to the tortured sound. There is still more work to be done for both of us, but what must be done differs for each of us. I came here to find justice for my brother and that has been done. His spirit can now find rest, but there are other victims of the river, both alive and dead, who still struggle to be at peace. Many of them are here in this place, filling the halls with their torment. I cannot leave them behind. But the spirits have something else in store for you, a different path. You must finish what you've begun. You must confront the first evil that fostered the one we have just ended. Ooh. I suppose I can respect that. Thank you for everything. Because of you my brother's killer has met swift justice, and the justice of the only sort such a man as Holmes deserved, death. I will now set to the task of healing those he has left behind. For every madman we faced here tonight, there are a dozen innocent souls crying out in need. The spirits of the departed will also need help in passing, or else I fear they may become like those we met in the hangar. They all deserve my help. What about Lone Star? They can't be far behind. When they enter that room back there, they will have no thoughts other than thoughts of promotion. With the Ripper in hand, my brother will be forgotten, along with all the other victims, but so too will I. There will not be a problem. Whether that's true or not, Shannon's confidence and very presence seems capable of making it true. Good luck to you, Silmar. I hope you can find the same justice for your friend that I found for my brother. I appreciate that and good luck to you. We're about to transition to a new location. Loose ends. The ride back to the Seamstress Union is quiet compared to the pandemonium left behind at Mercy Mental Hospital. Lone Star squad cars pass you on the road, siren blaring, no doubt in response to the aftermath of your showdown with the late Dr. Henry Holmes. The Emerald City River, the man who violently repossessed the internal organs of Sam and Jessica's mother, Melinda Watts. And although the killer is dead and his grip on the city is broken, it's clear he wasn't working alone. There are loose ends aching to be tied. The taxi turns onto Redmond Way, cruising past now familiar landmarks until the Seamstress Union. In all its decadent, seedy glory materialises between the swipes of its overworked windshield wipers. Time to evaluate your next move. Union is quiet this afternoon, and salarymen and wage slaves haven't migrated from nearby offices and suburbs to Dublin and the exotic yet. Right, so what's our objectives? Plan my next move and find someone to give the Mercy mental data to. Johnny Clean. Johnny Clean is talking with Cherry Bomb and Mrs. Kubota when you walk up. We were just talking about you, Silmar. And the Emerald City Ripper. Ironic that you tracked the serial killer to a mental hospital. Johnny Clean told us where you were going, Omi. We have been waiting for you to return. You seem pretty interested. Of course we're interested. We each have our reasons for wanting the killer found. Sam was a regular here and his loss has been felt regardless of his shortcomings. The whole sprawl has been shaken by these killings as well, the randomness of them. No one knows if they will be next or what the killer might take from them. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I'm sorry, but it's true. It does not help that Sam's body was found down the street from here. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. Now tell us, Omi, did you find a person responsible for the Ripon murders? Person responsible? No. The killer, yes. I don't understand. Are you saying the killer wasn't responsible for his own actions? Mrs. Kubota, this sounds more complicated than I suspected. Right. Let's go with the more nuanced description. It is. The head of the asylum was killing specific people to harvest specific body parts. All of the transplanted organs came from the same donor, Melinda Watts, Sam's mother. It looked like he was putting her back together. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So Sam had an organ transplanted from his mother, and then the Ripper killed Sam and all those other people just to reassemble Sam's mother? Looks like it. I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and Jake Armitage just left here to attend Sam's funeral. I am told that there will be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. His sister invited me to the funeral and the reinterment when I met her here. Think his sister had Jessica had something to do with it? Hang on, I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that being behind a series of murders. There's got to be something else going on. It's clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts, Silmar. That's where I was headed, Mrs. Kubota. Of course you were. Thank you for allowing us to catch up. Mrs. Kubota raises her hand and the conversation stops. Wait, before you go, there is one thing you did not tell us, Silmar. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? Decomposing. She nods in satisfaction. Hi, that is good. I do like that. What's the something else, Omi? Now I can probably get paid a reasonable amount of money if I give this to someone who will sell it. But there's some horrible data in here, and maybe I want to give it to someone who might be able to do some good with it. So, I found this list in the data store at Mercy Mental. Oh my, this is unspeakable. Murder was not enough for this person, selling patients as SilmarUK slaves. Thank you for bringing this to me. I know you're still hot on the trail of your friend Sam's killer. I will contact some runners to liberate these poor souls from the buyers in this list. You have done much good here today. The hand of the Ripper was more of a monster than anyone could have known. No problem. Good luck, Mrs. Kubota. To you as well. Cool. So, we've done a good deed there. Now we need to head to the Watts' funeral. However, I am going to save there. 10 karma points to spend. Lovely. I'm going to save there, and we are going to leave this episode at that point, and we will proceed to the funeral next time to see what we can find out. So, thank you very much for watching. As I said before, I'm SilmarUK. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter at SilmarUK. You can find out more about me at my website SilmarUK.net. And there's more Let's Play series and stream archive videos, and even a couple of hints and tips videos here on this YouTube, so please feel free to take a look. Please leave a like for the video if you like it, leave a comment if you wish to, or if you've got any questions, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. Until next time.